This is a key to the worksheet on section 8.6 part 1, and this is where you're still dealing with car ownership. Alright, so number 1, it says suppose that you are interested in a car that costs $28,000, and then the question is how much will your monthly payment be if your loan is at 4% for 5 years. Alright, so let's look at this installment loan. Let me check and see. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, so I was trying to change the lighting, but it may not work. That's the best I can do in the lighting. All right, so let's look at this problem. So the formula you're going to use, remember, is this. So your installment loan monthly payment will be the principal, or how much you borrowed, times R divided by N, raised to, and this is the number of installments per year, okay? And then N is the number of installments per year, divided by, and in bracket you have 1 minus, in parentheses 1 plus, R divided by N, and the exponent is a negative in T, where T is the number of years you borrowed this money. So that's the formula you're going to use. All right, so it says show work as presented in class receive full credit. So what I needed you to show, as mentioned, is this. So you're going to say payment equals, and then in this case I'm borrowing $28,000. You can say 28,000 times R, which is 4%, make sure you write as a decimal, divided by the number of installments, so that's N, so there are 12 installments per year because you're paying this monthly. All right, so that's your numerator. Your denominator, you're going to say, in bracket 1 minus, in parentheses 1 plus, R, again, is 4%, divided by N, which is 12, raised to, now you need to put that in parentheses. Some of you don't, and you messed up in your calculator. So you guys say in parentheses negative 12, N is 12, T is for 5 years, so T is 5. Now use your calculator and approximate to the nearest cent. Okay, nearest cent. Don't approximate the nearest whole dollar, approximate the nearest cent. Alright, so you're going to, in your calculator, just as before, you're going to say this. You're going to say 28,000, so 28,000 times, in parentheses, 0.04 divided by 12, close the parentheses, then divide that by parentheses, 1 minus, parentheses, 1 plus, 0.04 divided by 12, close the parentheses. Now let's deal with the exponent. So you're going to say exponent, you're going to raise it to exponent power, parentheses, negative, 12 times 5, close the parentheses, so that closes the exponent, and then you're going to close the denominator. All right, so that bracket here, that bracket goes with this bracket. All right, so make sure I have 2. There we go. Press equal, and so that's about $515.66 to the nearest cent. In this case, nearest cent means nearest hundredth. All right, so 66 cents. So $515.66. Okay? All right, the more money you put down, the lower this becomes. The lower your monthly payment becomes, and the more interest you save. Okay, number 2, you borrow $32,000 for 4 years at 6% to purchase a car. Same thing, except the only extra thing I want you to do is to find the total interest in this case. So let's first of all find the monthly payment. You're going to use the same formula as this one. So you're going to say payment equals, all right, this time it's 32,000 times the rate, which is 0.06, 6%, divided by number of installments is 12 per year. Okay, all that's being divided by 1 minus, in parentheses, 1 plus 0.04 divided by, 0.6 divided by 12. All right, now my exponent, in parentheses, you're going to say negative 12 times the time, which in this case is 4. All right, and then close the parentheses and close the bracket. And so therefore, use your calculator. Let's see what that is. So you're going to say 32,000 times, in parentheses, 0.06 divided by 12, close the parentheses, and the whole thing's being divided by parentheses, 1 minus, parentheses, 1 plus, 0.06 divided by 12, close the parentheses. Now you're going to raise the exponent power. So raise. Okay, now your power, you put parentheses. Negative 12 times 4. Close the parentheses and close the denominator, your bracket, equal. So that's $751.52. So $751.52. Okay, so that'll be your monthly payment. Now you want to find your total interest. Well, to find your total interest, you got to first of all find out what is the total payments you're going to make, the total amount of payments. All right, so the total paid will equal the monthly payment, and there are 12 months in a year, so that would be how much you would pay in 1 year, and then in 4 years, this would be the amount you'd pay in 4 years. So in 4 years, I would pay $751.52 times 12 times 4 equals $36,072.96. So that's how much you would pay in 4 years. So the interest you paid is the amount here that's in excess of what you borrowed. So if you borrowed $32,000 and you paid this much, then that extra amount is your interest. So you're going to say $36,000 subtract the amount you borrowed, the loan amount, and that's going to equal $4,072.96. Okay, so $4,072.96. All right, number 3. Okay, so number 3, you can only afford to make at most $400 a month toward a car payment. All right, you see a used car for $18,000. The car dealership is offering you an interest rate of 5% for 4 years. Can you afford this loan, or should you shop somewhere else? You should always do comparative shopping. Also keep in mind, guys, that when owning a car, as we talked in previous lessons, that's not the only payment you have to make towards a car. You also have insurance, you have wear and tear that also adds up with owning a car. So always keep that in mind. It's not just that $400. You have to make sure you set up, so you have enough money for the insurance and the whatever it takes to owning a car, gas, oil, things like that. All right, so let's first of all find the monthly payment. So this is what I can afford. Let's see what this actually is. So the payment will be $18,000 times the rate, which is 5%, divided by 12 installments. Okay, that's being divided by 1 minus 1 plus 0.05 divided by 12, all raised to the exponent, which is negative 12 times 4. And let's see what that monthly payment would be for this car I'm looking at. So 18,000 times, in parentheses, 0.05 divided by 12, divided by parentheses 1 minus parentheses 1 plus 0.05 divided by 12. Close that parentheses. Now we have to deal with the exponent. So exponent, parentheses, negative 12 times 4, close the parentheses, and then close the denominator. Close that denominator, and then press equal. So that's $414.53. Okay. All right. So that's how much this car payment will be. So now, can I afford this loan? Explain your reasoning. So can you? Just don't say yes or no. All right. So in this case, you know you can't, right? So no, I can't afford this. I can't afford this loan for. Now remember, it's this loan for 5% of 4 years. So if you go to the bank, it may be for 4 years you may get a lower interest. So always shop around. So I can't afford this loan. Okay, so why can't you afford this loan? Since okay, so I can't afford this loan. It is so $14.14 53 minus 400 is $14.53, right? So it is $14.53 over budget. So something like that. Okay. All right. So that's the key to section 8.6 part one, and this keys is in Canvas as well.